What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Michael Jordan here. No, I don't play basketball. Yo, listen. So I'm having a normal day. My friend slides in the group chat and she's like, yo, this van conductor literally just begged me for my number. Begged. Really, my guy? Okay. I was like, when I saw that, I was like, here we go, right? So tries to chat her up. Say, yo, whatever. I don't know. She didn't say that part, but I'm assuming it is some disgusting opener because what I've seen is that a lot of men don't have game or backbone. So it's something sly, but not really, but kind of. Anyway, that's right. But we she's a beautiful lady. You know, if you live in Barbados, you've seen her and you've thought, hey, geez, she's a beautiful woman. And so obviously she would get the attention. That's fine. Attention is okay for the most part. But when you go to the point of like begging and overly persistent, then I'm like, come on, bro. Like you're making the rest of us look bad here. All right, it's not that hard to make men look bad these days because obviously everything these days is hate men and men are the root of all evil, which I'm gonna get into, but not in this video. You're making the rest of us look bad. All right, don't do that. Don't do that. All right. So she uses the boyfriend line. I have a boyfriend, which she does, but that doesn't mean anything to these men. It doesn't mean anything. And how I view these men, I view them as weak men. And I'm going to tell you why after I tell you the full story. But I view these men as weak men. I have a boyfriend, which he does. Again, he doesn't care about that. Why doesn't he care about that? Because in this day and age, having a boyfriend or having a girlfriend means nothing because everybody is so hypersexualized that being a side chick or a side dude is acceptable. And it's not. I've been a side dude in my life and I hated it. I don't want to share. All right? I'm a selfish dude. I don't want to share. Boom. So in this society, side pieces are acceptable as long as they play their role and all that other nonsense. I'm not okay with it. I'm not. Personally, she's not okay with it. She don't need a side dude. She just wants one dude. That doesn't work. So he continues to push. He's like, "Oh, can I be your friend? Or, I just want to check in on you and wish you well." Dude, she said no. She said no. And again, this isn't a man bashing video. Don't get me wrong. This is, hey, fellas, we're in a time where anything that we do is almost always seen as evil. Almost always seen as evil. So we don't need to give society another reason or any more reasons why they should hate us. What we should be doing is focusing on our manhood and growing and excelling in life, taking accountability, taking responsibility for our actions so that we can then show our detractors that, hey, no, that's not where we're going. That's not what men are. This is what we should be doing. Let me continue because I'm I saw this. I was like, God, fucking hell, man. Right? So then he goes on. He legit says, hey, I'm begging here. Begging? I'm reading the conversation off my phone, right? It's ridiculous that no doesn't mean no for some men. And I see it a lot in Barbados where no, in honesty, doesn't actually mean no. Because I see a lot of women that no means maybe. No means, hey, put in a little bit more work and then it's a yes. Don't do it. There's two sides to this coin thing, right? There's two sides to this. There's the overly persistent weak men who can't take no for an answer because apparently their ego is too big, or the things in society have shown them that, hey, no doesn't always mean no. No means kind of maybe. And then there's the side which is women who no doesn't actually mean no. And hey, even though I have a guy I'm a add a guy so that I can get attention sometimes when my guy isn't giving me attention. And that's bullshit, because now you're perpetuating on both sides a effed up narrative that no doesn't actually mean no. Still gonna get into why I view all of this as men being weak. All right. So he then goes on to say, he just wants, the number so he can wish her well and check in on her from day to day. But here's the thing. She is extremely popular. You can find her on Instagram. You can interact with her in that space, which isn't a super personal space, because clearly she doesn't want you in her super personal space. Right? So, yeah, I'm not. That's about it. Let me go off a little bit. Let me go off a little bit here, fellas. A real confident masculine man, and I know in this day and age, being a masculine man is deemed as a bad thing. But hey, don't listen to that stuff. Being a masculine man is understanding that not every woman's gonna want me, and that's okay. You understand? If she says no, no means no, and that's okay, and you walk away. These are masculine man traits, especially when it comes to women. You understand? You need to stay in your masculinity. You need to stay in your strength, because when you allow yourself to be pulled and pushed by the allure of the flesh of woman, and I'm talking about vagina. Plain and simple, I'm talking about vagina. If you allow yourself to be pulled and pushed by a vagina, here's what's going to happen. You're going to end up doing things like this. You understand? You're going to end up feeding into the narrative that all men are cheaters and players and all that kind of stuff, because anytime a new one pops up, you're going to go in that direction regardless of if you have one or not. No, that's weak. We don't need that. We don't need any more of that. Society's already trying to change you into these weak men differently. We don't need to be pulled around and by flesh. Come on, guys. Come on. Are you kidding me? If she says no, take a hike. And don't get me wrong, I'm not super pristine here. I have been pulled around by flesh before, and I got to a point in my life where, vagina doesn't affect me the way that it used to. It really doesn't. You understand? For the most part, I get annoyed when and here's another thing. So women now know, right? Clearly, and it's not a hunch that they have. They know for a fact that men are easily pulled and pushed around by the wanting of flesh. So what do? They use it. I call it vagina privilege. They use it, and I see it. I see it every day, actually. Every single day I see it. They try to do it with me, and it annoys me. It honestly annoys me when I can see a woman clearly trying to say, because I'm a woman, the vagina is such and such, I'm not gonna pay for this, or I'm not gonna do this, or he's gonna do this on a promise. I see it all the time. It's nuts. And when they come to me and they believe that they don't need to put in any kind of effort, or they don't need to do anything simply because they're a woman and they have these things that I admittedly want, and they try to put that over me, I'm not messing with it. And the only reason that they think that they can do that is because we as men allow it. And I'm going to say we, because it's all of us. It happens. And I'm not immune. Sometimes you're going to get me. Not randoms, but, my lady. But sometimes you're going to get me. I'm a man. I want it. But you're not going to hold it over my head. You're absolutely not going to hold it over my head. A lot of these guys allow that shit to happen, and it's making you weak. It's making you weaker. What you should be doing is focusing on leveling up and growing and building stuff so that you get in a position of power that you can choose. And it's not about quantity. I see that mindset a lot here. It's not about quantity. I also see that men are supposed to go forth and spread their seed all over the place. That's fine. But there's a way to do that without feeding into the narrative of being a player and all that other kind of stuff. There's a way to do it. I'm not going to get into how to do it here, but there is a way to do it. I can do a video on that differently, but I need a lot of research because that's outside of my realm. I am a monogamy man. I'm not a polygamy man, so I didn't have to go in and maybe speak to somebody who is a polygamous person. So I don't want to speak on that without the full amount of knowledge. But I'm a monogamy man. A lot of men know that a lot of women would like monogamy, so they use that to get what they want, as opposed to standing in their masculinity and just saying what they want to say. Hey, listen, I want to do things with your body. And if they're not okay with that, they don't want you to do things with their body, be the man and say, okay, cool, gotcha, and move. Plain and simple. Yo, listen, fellas, stop it. Just take the no and go. It's not even an L. Just take the no and go. Because when you look anywhere on social media, anywhere in media in general, it is always a case where the woman is being played, etc., etc. Not taking that away from them, it's a real thing. But what you don't see is that men get played and used as well. So the cycle of hurt perpetuates. So now you got hurt men who have been hurt, played, pulled around on the promise sometimes. And now they get hardened, and now they start to play and pull around, and then the women get hurt. And now they're hardened. So now you got two sets of hardened people trying to find what love. But no one wants to open up or be actual or factual or candid, because they have been hurt. So the cycle of hurt just perpetuates. And I talk about this all the time on my podcast. Off the Top podcast, by the way. The links are everywhere. Right? Yeah, fellas, let's stop this. This is not a man bashing video. This is, hey, I'm calling you on your shit. We need to do better as men for us. You understand? And by extension, it'll be better for women. But this one is about us. We need to do better. We cannot allow ourselves to be viewed in the light that people are viewing us in currently, because it doesn't help society as a whole. It doesn't. So I'm gonna end the video there. It's 12 minutes long. I've been ranting, right? I've been going off a little bit, but that's it. I'm done. Thank you very much for watching the video. Hit like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff that helps me grow, us grow, right? Hit that for me. I think that's it. Yeah. I'm not good at the outro stuff, so bear with me. And yeah, I'm out.